chat. Uh, okay. So both chats have been popped out. We'll grab that. We'll grab this. This. You know, gotta raw dog all that stuff. Get my tuber model out. Okay. I believe that should be everything. Yeah, I'm live. I'm live. I should really be doing all of this endpoint stuff prior to starting stream, but you know, I'm bad at life. So next time I'm going to be adding chat to the screen and whatnot. Maybe adding a reaction and whatnot. Blood of Parisha. Let's hang on. I can't hear myself very well. Testing, testing. Hello, hello. Okay. Yeah, for the most part, we're just gonna be hanging out. I'm gonna be doing some of the weeklies and everything. I don't think I have to worry too much about the enemies and whatnot. For ETA at least. Definitely one of the strongest schools. Hello, Temple of or Temple. You did a whole rebrand thing? What, like, if you don't mind my asking, I don't, who, like, where, like, what is your previous alias? So that, I can at least know who to address. But, yeah, welcome, welcome. I'm just gonna refer to you as Temple. I don't know why I died there, but, you know, I was trying to deal with chat at the same time. Not blaming you guys, just blaming myself for not being good enough at this. Are these getting more intense? Let's fix this. Oh, and clan. Alright. It's been a long time since I last saw you. How's the game projects coming along? I've put mine down for a little bit to focus on other things. Yeah, it's been a little challenging convincing myself to do other forms of recording. I don't know if anyone else experiences that form of like start lag for, oh my god, the start lag for wanting to start a new project. Sometimes like you just get really into random projects and then you just keep starting things. Sometimes you want to start something, but it's causing you a lot of grief. It's for someone who doesn't play Warframe, this probably is a bunch of nothing makes sense on screen. Still working on the horror one on the side, but at the moment you're making a game where it's called Build a Tower. Okay. Is it the opposite of digging a hole? I remember that, like, someone was so mad that that game was remotely successful. like, what do you mean I poured like tens of thousands of dollars into like my game and nobody likes it, but a game about digging a hole is successful? People forget that games are about having fun, you know, and being goofy. Sure, you can have like badass moments with serious plots and whatnot, but at the end of the day, if it's not fun to get to those stories that you want to tell, then it's not really a game no more, right? Like, the reason why I'm playing Warframe, and I still keep playing Warframe, is because I'm still having fun playing it. Not really much else about it. I'm gonna wait for all these enemies to, you know, corral themselves in. Piece to place, and you need to get through 3 zones before getting the space. Oh, so is it like the the clips of those Minecraft like random build tower like shorts that I've been seeing, where people are trying to build the highest tower or survive the longest before the lava rises and gets them? I mean, you gotta start somewhere. I don't think, yeah, like, I think as long as you have the idea and the want to continuously work on it, then I think the game's gonna be in good hands. Is it gonna be the blocky, pixel aesthetic that you've had before in previous titles? Ooh, boy. I wish these animations didn't take so long, but it's really cool. This should handle most of the issues. Yeah, if there's no grid building, I don't know. I feel like games that I like the most are the ones that you can set the grid for, with, you know, some kind of grid memory. But those aren't ever like super duper necessary, I think. It's just nice. Yeah, right. Like, I think Pal World does it really well, where uh, there isn't an initial grid, but you can snap onto any pieces and components, and then that leads to really janky interactions. I have to be careful because one of the yellow guys, the Blitz XMI, can one-shot just about anything. It's probably what I keep dying to, too. In hindsight. Yeah. Yeah, so Warframe's recently climbing up in popularity, so I think it'd be a great time for me to do another one of my start from scratch playthroughs of the game. That'll be taking up one of my stream slots. I think I'm going to do one more week of Skyrim. So this Saturday we're going to do some Skyrim, and then we'll start on Steel Soul for Silksong. And then maybe we'll start doing some modded challenges, like, whatchamacallit? Night in, you know, role reversals, where I play as the knight instead of Hornet, and vice versa.
Move on. I need access to a terminal. Find one and patch me in.
Yeah, I think one of the scariest things about Warframe, like I imagine a lot of people, a lot of younger audiences want to get into it as well. And one of the most intimidating things is just how much information there is in this game. Or how much you have to learn and how little information there is about this game. And not to mention, like, most streamers, most people that play at the highest level, they just go whoa, 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 whoa. And just like it's really hard to see what's going on. I tend to play the game way slower than everyone else that exists. Because I'm an old man. Okay, I'll check it out in a little bit. As you can imagine, I'm in the middle of a mission at the moment. I'll put out a stream ping, even though I haven't been very good about doing that in the last little bit. Ooh boy. I'm very bad at keeping myself alive. Uh-oh. Something has to go down soon. There we go. I'm gonna stab you in the booty. Do this one more time. Wait for the big bad to show up. Oh, I ran out of energy. That's awful. There we go. This should bake him. Okay, it's really hard to see. Is it angst? It's angst. Okay. Angst makes it so is this weird like visual effect, making it very difficult to see, and it doesn't help that I also used an ability that gives a lot of visual clutter. I do intend to restart the Discord at some point, probably start a brand new one, because if you guys don't remember, last year we had some connection issues where my connection was reset and I wasn't able to log back in. That's been resolved at this point, but like it doesn't change the fact that it's annoying. I feel like if you're running an authentication service, you should have like plan Bs in case your service goes down. Because if services like Discord require authentication services, what's the literal point of an authentication service that goes down, or can stop existing at any point, you know? Which is why I started using Discord often, a different, like, a company that's going to probably last longer for authentication. There are statues you can buy in the game that uses currency to get you from place to place. Statues give various effects like lower gravity in the radius, higher jumping, healing. So you can buy semi-permanent buffs to make your ascent easier. Is it going to be a multiplayer thing or is it going to be a solo thing? Because if it was multiplayer, I'd imagine like there's going to be some real-time chicken horse action going on. Ultimate chicken horse. But anyways, gonna take it nice and easy. We're gonna start with I think I'm gonna start with Descendia, just to see what it's like. I'm gonna do the low-level Descendia off stream, I think. There's not a lot of frames I'd like to bring to Descendia at this point, because a lot of them are just really energy hungry and the spawns aren't consistent. So, you know, the standard stuff. Really? It's a catalyst this week? That's kind of awful. What's the point of doing it if there's no... Okay, I think they're still adjusting the rewards because a catalyst is really bad late game reward. And it's not even a normal catalyst, it's a catalyst blueprint. Here, let me show you something. Let me show you something, guys.
What's on your mind?
So here's some cred offerings, right? So I don't know why defaults to name instead of default. So you see these over here? You can buy these just by playing the game, and you don't need a lot of these, but you can buy them. They're completely built. You don't need it to use a blueprint or anything. They're just built, right? And this system was added years before Descendia. Descendia has been added like a month ago, you know? Yeah, it's multiplayer. There is also a vote kick feature to prevent griefing. You have a testing community, I imagine? Probably on itch or something? I think the thumbnail might need a little bit of attention. But I think, like, since you're so early in development, that's less a concern for you. So the new computer's been working well. It hasn't been very loud. I might add some noise dampening to it. I also might add some air filters to it, just so that I don't have to clean it as often. It's much easier to clean than my previous one, too. Okay. So, just gotta find the tumors. So for some reason the first few stages are always really tanky. I think they might have changed that, because they don't feel as tanky as they used to be. So for a new player, or someone who doesn't play the game, this game mode is going to be really confusing. Think of it like not necessarily Binding of Isaac. This game mode is essentially the normal game, but what if it was random? So every week there are 21 floors, 20 of which are randomized in their goal and their modifier and the enemies that you fight. The only thing that isn't random is their level. Everything else, like their combat ability, their size, I'm not doing anything productive. All of that is subject to modification. So for instance, this modifier for this floor in particular is meteors for some reason. Why? Because I don't know why. But we'll take it nice and slow. Oh. Okay, so what language do you have to program in Roblox? Uh, is it Java? C? Is it Luna? Ignia excavated. Okay, this excavation. Excavation actually is very profitable in this game mode, so the fact that it's on the second floor is really good, at least for me. Why can't I pick this up? Because it's very easy compared to normal excavation. I just need to find a thingy thing. I think those yellow beacons could be bigger. Don't worry about the amount of damage I'm taking, I should be fine. Lua, okay. I'm not very familiar with Lua. From what I understand, it's a fairly simple programming language. Not that simple as anything against simple programming languages. Ooh, I get 150 from that? That's actually phenomenal. I might do this more often. Or no. I probably got 50, yeah, I got 50. Okay. 50 is about 10 of any arcane that I want. That's not bad. If there is a smashing section, then I'd do that as well. I might actually do a lot of this version of excavation, because you can just finish it and then hop out, you don't have to continue. But, so, what are the biggest characteristics of Lua? Is it similar to Python? Is it similar to any other programming language? I think I should probably just start a bootcamp account and, like, start practicing my coding again. Because I feel so rusty when I'm working on my game. That and, like, you know, I haven't been playing around Godot for too long. Oh, we got someone watching on Twitch. Hello there. Welcome, welcome. For some reason, StreamerBot doesn't want to start up today. It's probably because I already have OBS running. But yeah, I'm gonna be endeavoring to add something new to stream every stream, something small. Not committing super duper hard on making sure that things are as perfect as they have to be in my head. JS, oof, I was not a fan of JS. But I need to learn JS for Foundry as well, because there's so many things I want to do in Foundry, but like in order to do anything, I need to learn JS. Yeah, I wouldn't mind hiring someone to create modules for me, though. It depends if, like, how much work it is, and I'm more than willing to compensate if that's the case. But I need to, but that's for, like, something private. If I'm going to be paying anyone, I want to pay my editor first. I want to make it to the small leagues. Start making ad rev. But yeah, I'm, you know, always being consumed by some form of imposter syndrome, even though I know it's perfectly okay, you know, to have these doubts and nothing's wrong with my work, or nothing is extortionately wrong with my work. It's always hard to produce something. Yeah, the reason why I was asking is because I know that Hades 2 was all done in Lua. Is it Marie?
The refractory is trying to purge Marie from the
Yeah, it's
system.
Marie.
However amusing that is,
Can I kill these things with my ultimate?
this venture is over.
No. Unfortunate. There's something that you can use to kill them. I'm not 100% sure what. It's only one wave of defense though, so... I'm not super worried about this. It's also they only affect life and not energy. The ones in the higher levels, sucking away your energy is awful. I think they are an awful thing to add to the game. And they're super duper common. I don't know where I'm getting all this overguard from. I'm not complaining. Just confused because I'm not using my secondary at all. I'm not rolling into enemies at all. How's Marie doing? Marie's doing fine. She's also Wisp, so if she dies, it's her own fault. Especially since she's tankier than most Wisps ever are. Where is she? She's almost flew into that. What's generating me so much overguard? And why is there so... The enemies are so scattered. Thank you, Marie. I don't know, I could probably start a channel with me learning how to code and whatnot. Just doing one lesson per episode. And it's not going to be like some kind of informational thing, it's just that, here, I'm bad at this, let's fix that. I think that could be fun, but that would be like me trying to start like a 4th channel in addition to everything else I'm working on. I haven't even gotten one of my other side channels started properly yet. But I think like a lot of people are really intimidated by coding, and I don't think they really need to be. Because it's I think it's more about the syntax and the logic. I think the logic is very straightforward, but I think also my brain is a little bit programmed differently than everyone else, because last I checked, when I was taking Intro to Programming, or all of my programming classes, like I would do very well, and other people weren't. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I don't think I had that much difficulty. Or at least that was my current obsession. Maybe it's because it's my obsession that it was easy for me to learn. But it's sometimes it's as simple as like just breaking it down into multiple addition statements. And sure, not all logic is going to be like that. Especially when you get down to recursion and signals. I think signals is where people lose a lot of the sauce. For those who don't know, right, like there's a very important concept called like that isn't taught in like any introductory class, being signals in most game engines, where, you know, if a ball enters a zone, like the goalie zone, you score, right? Unfortunately, some game engines don't do this in a very clear and concise way, so it makes it very difficult to learn. Like Unity does a very bad job of it, helping people learn about signals or singletons. I'm just speaking jargon now. That's not going to help anyone. Basically, there's some concepts where it sounds like they're really useful, but they makes information way harder to Marie. That's inappropriate. But anyways, I don't know. Sure, do that. So the problem with signals is that they are so convenient in the instance that you're making it. It becomes really difficult to track if you're not documenting your software well. So for instance, right, like, oh no, not this again. Okay, I see how it is. I just need to get some charge. I don't need max charge because I have really long range. I should be able to mince all of these guys. And programming is the difficulty in programming is about managing what you've written and less so about accomplishing something, right? At least at the beginning. Or at least the step after the beginning. I don't know if you agree. And Temple. Oh, it's Temple of the Blahag. Lots of people have been liking those sharks quite a bit. I don't know much about them, but to each their own, I suppose. Anyways, yeah, I might do a series on me learning how to code, because I'm doing a series on me learning how to draw. It'll be fun. My dog is running into my office, and I am clearly busy at the moment. I forgot to make the post on now streaming, but it's fine. I should probably have a bot just streaming my channel, and that would make life convenient. Oh, I would imagine she made a number 2. Yeah, can I pause? Yes, I can pause. I'll be right back. I'm back. I think the most exhausting thing is not knowing where to grow your skills or how to grow your skills. I think, like, you know, constantly drilling yourself and writing tests code constantly can be a little demoralizing. Especially when, like, there's a leaderboard or something like that. I get that leaderboards can help. Some people, like, want to improve more, but, like, I think leaderboards are also really damaging if you don't know what you are lacking. More ignorant. Just ran down the stairs. I did some exercise this morning. Very tired. Ah, it's this again.
I may be to blame for this one.
Son, how are we meant to endure this suffering?
The most simplistic concept that is impossible.
Sometimes I don't feel like this is really worth all that much.
Foot in the theater of war is this: those who can are those who survive.
Because, like, there's such a high risk of you just dying to these mimics. But the Mafika and the Igna is nice. I wonder if there's a Kate section here. Elimination. Oh, it's Orexia. Hi, Orexia.
All your creatures are sacred, but I am willing to entertain arguments.
Well, there goes my combo.
I am.
You can clearly tell that Araxia wasn't made for this arena. Got some attenuation going. Oh. Where is she? Come on. Is she just invisible? Yeah. Shotgun ribbon. I need to crack my ribbons. I could probably make a decent chunk of change off of that. I think one of the biggest issues that I run into with myself is that I'm once I'm interested in something, I can learn a lot about it, but after a certain level of complexity, like, my brain gives up and my interest wanes. Oh, I thought there was one in here. Oh, these guys are tanky. They also explode on death. Gotta watch out for that. Anyways, yeah. Right now, it's a defense. Oh. My dog okay? Yeah, she's okay. She's just taking a nap. So, I don't normally like to talk. I'm in general, I try to avoid politics and whatnot, but it's very clear that a lot of the biggest YouTubers out there and streamers and whatnot, content creators, they seem to have embedded themselves in politics in one way, shape, or form, even though, you know, they don't got the mind for it. I'm not gonna name names, but there are some people that have been appearing on the news every now and again, and they clearly don't know what they're talking about. And when they get called out for not knowing what they are talking about, they just get really, really angry. And I think that if that's how you are broaching things, you should probably stop trying to become a political figure of any variety or talking politics. Because, like, I don't know, I don't understand the reason. Like, sure, it gives you broader appeal, but it's also like, if you clearly cannot conduct yourself in a professional manner or like properly have a conversation, then what's the point, you know? And I'm not being political in this matter. I'm just saying that one of the biggest sources of discourse is that people go into a discussion without understanding what is the other side wants to discuss, right? And even if you very clearly outline what you want to talk about, people don't know how to, like, properly communicate what they want to speak about, right? Like, oh, hello, Damers. Long time no see. Happy New Year. Hope life's going well for you.
Ah, there you are. Here you are safe.
Gain usage of abilities within nullifier. Oh, sure. Yeah, that's easy.
Onward.
Easy. I hate nullifier bubbles. I wish they would take them out of the game. Anyways, hello, Damers. Welcome, welcome. Scavenge? Please, not another one of these. Oh, no, it's different. Scavenge, okay. This one's easy. Ooh, free loot. Lots of affinity. Nice and quick. Oh, that's really cool. Congratulations, man. I know that, like, cards have been your fancy for a while. Which one is your poison at the moment? I know that, you know, you were originally a MTG guy, but we're more into Yu-Gi-Oh! As of late. And I think, like, the whole Genesis game mode is kind of sick. Even though I don't really follow or play or understand the modern versions of Yu-Gi-Oh! If you guys want me to play Rain World again, that can be arranged, I suppose. It's just there's not a lot. I don't feel like there's a lot for me left in Rain World. I played so much of it. That's basically the be-all and end-all for me. It's just like, I've played so much Rain World, I don't know. And I don't think, like, the DLC is worth the money. And people are welcome to disagree with that, but that's just me. You completely quit MTG? Okay. Imagine, like, the direction that Wizards was going was probably not what you wanted, and that's perfectly reasonable. I do like their crossover content. It's just that I think it's also way too overpriced. Oh, they added some extra DR to these things. It's okay. Let's just smash it really quick. We're almost done here. Beyblade X? Are like actual Beyblades or
This demon, this grossling,
like is it a card game too?
it must be vanquished. For
I think you're gonna see me playing a lot of Valkyr for Descendia just because she's so tanky, and it's a like you have to be deathless here. No, I didn't kill it. Yeah, but I'm probably going to be doing a starting from scratch playthrough for Warframe on a different channel. Keep everything as separate as I can. I think Beyblades are really interesting. I don't like. I've been seeing a lot of content on YouTube popping up as well.
my feet step
Oh, it's one of these. Okay.
I shall see the continents shining upon the waves and be glad.
My soldiers never recited doggerel.
There we go. Let me heal, please.
And cried for their mothers as they died.
I'm not gonna even bother with those things. They're just... Like, I'm clearly hitting them. Are they just immune to melee or something? I think they're just immune to melee. Very annoying. It's okay. Got this. I mean, if you're able to spend that much on that stuff, that means you clearly found a place for yourself, which is good. I'm still having trouble establishing myself at this point, but you know, we all got lives to live. I'll eventually find my foothold on the world at some point. Though, the sooner the better. I would rather not be in... Can I scratch these? No, I can't scratch these. Very arbitrary it feels, but you know. I wonder, like, what your thought on proxies are, because I feel like, for instance, custom Beyblades, like they've been like Beyblades are a solved situation nowadays, aren't they? Or if you're talking about customization and whatnot, or like fully custom ones, like people 3D printing theirs and whatnot. So I imagine, like, I don't know. I'm gonna imagine some of these parts are gonna be really difficult to come by. But dang, ownership, co-ownership of a business. That's a big step in life. Very proud of you. Not that I have very much to give in terms of that. A good one. That's very good. Maybe I should apply for some hobby shop stuff, because I used to do a lot of D&D DMing. Maybe I can find work as a part-time DM somewhere. At what was it, Adventures League or whatever. Don't know if that still exists though. I still don't know where my overguard is coming from. I do appreciate Descendia. I wish that this game mode that I'm doing right now, I think it would be a lot of fun if there were meaningful enough rewards, like cosmetics or something. It doesn't have to be a chase, like, the chase items should probably be cosmetic at the end of the day. And not power items. Or a currency. A really, really, like, nice currency shop for, like, so I think similar to like a battle pass thing, just so that people like keep playing the game mode. Make it infinite, make it have like more modifiers like a roguelike, even put Tubiari for instance in here. Oh yeah, no, like I think the biggest issue with stuff like Beyblades is that it's going to be extremely hard to like acquire the exact specifications for tournaments, right? With custom equipment.
You shall have it.
Hello, Daigel.
Whatever you desire, it shall be yours. Simply turn around.
Roth is a little upset at me.
Stop, Leon. Fire silences them all.
I don't know why I have to smack a throne for so long. It's very tanky though.
Not bad.
Oh, I got in his neuroptics. I think, like, one of the biggest issues is after, like, a part receives so much wear and tear, you know, there's almost no replacing it if it's, like, an ancient, part, like, the original Dragoon series or, whatnot. But that's all I know about the OG Beyblades and whatnot. Let's see. Anyways, Happy New Year's to everyone now. Who do I want to play? Let's play some Noko, I think. Let's play the new guy. The new guy's really cool. I enjoy him quite a bit. I just don't find myself picking him up over a lot of other frames sometimes, but that's probably because he isn't, like... Oh, hang on, my dog's sneezing. You okay? Oh. Anyways, yeah, like, for the most part, he's an exceptionally strong frame. Almost impossible to kill for this reason in particular. As long as you have a mushroom on the ground, he can never die. And as you can see, I can spawn mushrooms like crazy. He's not the fastest killing frame out there. He's also not the strongest killing frame out there, but he is very capable. He's very, very, very capable of handling himself, doing enough damage to... without very many mods or... what was it? Not dedication, investment, yeah. Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. Because, like, I didn't know if, like, it was starting to become, like, super standardized stuff. Because, let's be honest, the original stuff from the original Beyblade series probably not very replaceable nowadays. and whatnot. But if everything's been standardized, then it shouldn't be an issue. And yeah, anyways. No, yeah, that's good. That's good. I think. Oh, oopsie daisy. Hang on. Need to find a mushroom so I can resurrect. I mean, oh shoot, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. I was looking at chat. Was looking at chat. Save me. I don't want to die. Okay. Yeah, I'm very out of practice though, but I could be able to DM quite affluently, reasonably. But I should be looking at some of the local shops as well, because some very recently just opened up near my location. So, yeah, I don't know if they'll be doing Adventures League, but they're going to be starting to do some contests soon. And I think it'll breathe some well-needed life into the ecosystem, because the malls nearby are really stagnant. Okay, where is this man? Dead? Without me ever knowing that he's there. Yeah, I should. It's funny that I never really thought about applying to be a organic game shop. Yeah, as a event organizer. Probably would be in my best interest to do so, because that is definitely one of my strengths. Though I gotta keep a more positive attitude. That's something that, like, I feel like a lot of us need to work on, but me especially, because sometimes I get overly cynical about a lot of different topics, and that ruins the fun for a lot of people, especially newbies that don't need to know about, like, these gripes and nuances, you know? I hope you guys can hear the game. I can't hear the game at the moment. I turned down the volume on my personal end. It shouldn't be affecting you guys though.
What you have learned here will serve you well.
I think, like, I think D&D is being gatekept by a lot of communities at the moment, and I think that that's a real crying shame, because D&D is something very... tabletop RPGs in general are something very special, you know? Not just to me, but I think giving people... like, nothing is as special as when you have a new player and you can tell them, you ask them what they want to do. It's like, okay, what can I do? You can just about try to do anything, right? And they won't get it at first. But the moment they said, okay, so can I climb up onto the roof? It's like, sure. And there's no problem with that. And then they realize that they can literally do anything as long as their character, it makes sense for their character. That sparkle in their eyes is always so rewarding, I think. And then they have to deal with the crushing reality that is either everything wants to kill you, or how can I put it? When you do find limits, those limits probably want to kill you. Okay, that's a question you ask if you want to vet out some players, right? If you want to make sure that you're receiving a specific kind of player base. Because not everyone's gonna want to pet the dog. I've had a case of people not wanting to pet the dog, and it is... I normally do not run extra games with those people. I don't think excessive I don't think excessive rolls are necessary some of the time. I think it's fairly reasonable to not have to roll for petting a dog necessarily, unless you're trying to make it funny. But I don't know, that's just me. Okay, I guess we'll do ETA. And then we'll finish off the day with the Archon hunt. Slowly getting more, getting traction back for, my YouTube channel. I do need to start putting out content for my other YouTube channels. I've been neglecting because I am bad at existence. And don't you worry, even though I'm bad at existence, even though I am extremely easily distracted, I will do my best to accomplish something with myself. My best might not be very quick, it might not be very efficient, but Noku is tall, Jesus. But it's something. Okay, so the reason why I'm picking Sight, hopefully I have the right, yeah, I have Vazarin. The reason I'm picking Sight is because I don't want to deal with weak points at the moment. I have been completely neglecting my calendar stuff as well. I should do my calendar later today. Oh right, because it was Starve the Beast. I hate Starve the Beast. It's such a boring one. I'll show you how I do Starve the Beast. I tend to do things... They might be the most efficient way to do them, but they might not be the most fun. And I think... like, that is the biggest folly of Warframe. So we're gonna get that done. You're gonna hold position, we're gonna do that. What do you mean unable to activate vehicle? There we go. See, so the reason why I have my Necromech here, or I prepped my Necromech for here, is because I'm not allowed to use abilities normally. But with my Necromech, I'm still able to use my abilities, I believe. Nope. Oh well, it's fine. It's a big robot with a big gun. I don't think anyone's going to complain about that. So I might want to use primary corrupts instead of whatever I'm using, because I feel fairly weak. It's okay. Well, one more kill. One more kill. We just need one more kill. There we go. Abilities active. How much damage am I doing? I'm only doing 6%. What's the other guy using? Anguish, anguish, anguish. It's whatever. I'm not used to doing very little damage. It might be the Larkspur user. Larkspur is really good for missions like this. Oh, it's Hildren. Yeah, okay. Something happened with Hildren that made her really, really strong. I haven't kept up with that. I'm pretty sure it's one of the new arcanes. But, people have been using Hildren to cheese, ETA recently. And I don't know, how they're doing it or what they're doing, but I know that they've been doing it. I'm slowly crawling back up the scoreboard, though. Yeah, anyways, the biggest thing about ETA EDA is that, like, the number one thing is survival. Like, you shouldn't be focusing on a lot. Like, you should be able to at least handle some of the enemies, but like if you can't and you're in a public, right, just survive. Right? Just don't be a nuisance. Because, like, people would like you to be useful, but as long as you're not, like, in the way, it doesn't matter if you are useless or not. It's unfortunate that the Aquabex can't use, any, arcanes, but it's a very strong, still a very strong weapon. Yeah, I'm slowly crawling up. I've almost matched the Hildren now. The thing about the Hildren is that they're... this is a map that clearly wants you to... like, you can... I'll show you. There's a mission modifier that it wants me to use heavy weapons. Otherwise you do 5% of the damage you would have. 1/20th of the damage. I don't want to go up there. They can go up there. They can deal with it. I'm going to gather energy. But, like, yeah, I don't know. I think all tabletops are something special. I think there are a subset of people who do ruin it for others. I wish Necromech was a little bit more accessible, because the way that they handled it was, I mean, on launch, the way they handled it was pretty awful. No, nowadays it's pretty alright. So, yeah, for this week, I'm going to be adding some, not commands, I'll be adding chat to, the screen on the Twitch side of things. I'm not going to have it on the YouTube side of things in case people don't like that. I might move everything to a border, so, you know, my face isn't always there. And there's something that, for you guys to defer to me as. I'll be updating my PNG tuber as time goes on, so. This guy's like a bot, they're just shooting nothing. It's okay. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of Hildrens lately, which is good for her, I think. I think she would have like somewhere like 11k HP. Is that 100? No, that's 11k. Yeah, there's a very good chance I'll be probably dropping Duet Night Abyss at this point. It's just, I'm going to be playing it extremely casually. I'm not going to be, like, doing daily dedication like I've been with other games. I'm close to doing that with Zenless as well, because I feel like there's no point for me to play the game. Or those games. Even if they're fun. Or, like, they're just, like, fun for an instant. That's the thing, right? They're only fun for a little bit. Like, you could argue that, oh, Suraj, but you're playing Warframe, like, all you do is grind all the time. I'm just like, yeah, but there's stuff to do. You know? I can always make my characters better. I'm not chasing specific stats. I don't, like, because I can chase whatever stats I want. That's what makes Warframe great. Like, oh, I want as much power strength as possible. Cool. And I want as much range as possible. Little less possible, but, you know, because you can only get 180% extra range at this point. I think, 760 is the largest you can get right now. That always scares me. That always scares me, that it instantly ends. I hate that people pronounce Sampotes as Sampotes. Hate is a strong word. I greatly dislike that people say Sampotes instead of Sampotes. I know that all of Duviri is confusing, but like Duviri is also really Greco in its inspiration. Okay, so I have the Strun Wraith, so I don't have to worry too much about doing damage. I do need to hit weak points though, which is the problem. But that'll be a problem that we will deal with. Oh, we have to also be within range. That's not good. That's less than ideal. Where are you? Once I hit 13 more kills, I'll be able to start using abilities. I'm gonna drop this just to make our lives easier. I'm going to want to grab this ASAP. Yeah, but thank you all for hopping in during New Year's. I'm sure some of you have plans, some of you all have lives to get back to. And for those who say they don't, if you you know, you just haven't found the place that you want to be in yet, and that's okay. I don't mind being a refuge for the lonely. Currently 3D modeling a recreation of a cover for a single made by a musician. Okay. I remember you working on something like that. That sounds very much like you. And... oh, sorry. Temple. I'm very bad at shooting him. I'm gonna help with the other one. Stop moving. Oh, this is not good. The whole reason I brought sight is not working out, feels like. Oh, it's working. Cool. I honestly don't know what damage type would work best against these guys. I'm pretty sure not gas or corrosive. Extra defenses are always nice though. You have to be like 5 meters, within 5 meters of these things. I guess I'm just gonna shotgun people. We're not gonna do anything. There we go. Why is it not ricocheting? Whatever. I clearly don't know what I'm doing. And that's okay. I think I'm close. Oh, someone's doing something here. We got a volt, which is nice. You got down. You got down. Thank you. This guy's fast, jeez. Excuse me? Oh, I think we were covered in rad. We got a really bad roll here. Because, like, having, yeah, myopic munitions is really annoying. I brought, in that case I should have brought Valkyrie, not Sight. The only reason I brought Sight was because of myopic, and I misunderstood the memo. It's okay. It's my fault. Valkyrie would have been so much better here. Oh, Calamos on speed is really annoying. Aw, thanks, Anne. No, yeah, it sound recreating a cover in 3D is very much like you though. At least from the bit of you I have interacted with on the interwebs. I think the last one's a tank too. Gosh darn. these missions are going to become more and more trivial as time goes on, because the player base is just going to get more and more powerful. It's just nice to have the Archon shards, though. I kind of hate... Oh, they're both being captured right now? %, 22% of the damage isn't bad. It's not amazing. It's not bad, though. Wait, why? Okay, I guess we're following this. For reasons. I don't like when people... Dude, this is stupid. It should just unlock for everyone. I don't like having to go back to grab things. Just bring back Railjack, my dudes. Yeah, I feel like the new player experience is still going to be hecka confusing. But, yeah, I think... I don't know. I think running D&D is interesting as long as the people aren't trying to play against each other. That Light Rules Lawyers probably spawned mostly from, like, 3.5. I think wanting to tell a story with everyone is more important nowadays. Elemental Vice. Oh, what the heck? Oh, thanks, Linus. How much time do I got? I have 8 seconds. The vampires are the most annoying part, and I definitely have killed some enemies. I don't know why the game says otherwise. There we go, 25. Some people really like the Strut Incarnate. Oh my god. These things hurt. Okay. Operator abilities are down. Where's this person? Do I have a... Yes, I have a Thermian RPG. I think I gotta pick these up as much as I can. I need like 4 of them to level up. Or get my ultimate. doing so much damage. Am I the only one that's been shooting? You largely don't gotta worry about things. I do 800% extra. Now we got another one of these. Come on. Ah, piece of debris landed on my ruin. Yeah, anyways. Basically, with this, all you gotta do is you gotta sheep shooting. I need to pick that up real bad. I don't know why I got knocked forward there, but... the knockback is atrocious. There we go, that should be more than enough damage. Why me? Oh my god, there's so much acid everywhere. I need to heal really bad. Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. There we go. 21 million damage. What's the point of having enemies with armor? Oh my god. I'm just gonna wait for my bleed out timer before I do anything. Thank you. Yeah, I don't understand the point of like enemies with armor if you aren't allowed to strip it. I should have brought Valkyr. Valkyr would be able to very quickly deal with all of this. I wish it was more clear where everything was, but... I don't see any pimples on this thing. in order to defeat this thing, you need to find pimples on it and explode them, and that's basically it. But I think I'm just gonna have to shoot at it all willy-nilly like instead. Okay, what keeps knocking me down? And it is very, very obnoxious. It's funny how enemies can just appear right beside you sometimes. That happens a lot in Helldivers, and it's not a very good feeling. Also, tanks shouldn't be able to move like that. It's super cartoonish. I'm going to do very little damage here. Oh, 33. It's not bad. I mean, I'm also sight, so it's really hard to lose the damage race. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I need to help some friends with this later, too. Probably bring Valkyrie next time, though. Just way more survivable overall. Myopic munitions is less than ideal. Especially as a sniper. Myopic munitions is, you have to be within 15, or a player has to be within 15 feet of an enemy in order to deal damage to it. I only got one Archon shard for my troubles. Okay. We're getting closer and closer to maxing. So bought out the store and all of that. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do our best to make the coming year better and more enjoyable for everyone. Get more people into the community. I mean, these sound like lofty goals, sure, but I don't feel like doing either of these right now. Well, we gotta start somewhere. And we gotta start taking steps. I need to find joy in, like, these kinds of work, you know? Because I enjoy streaming. I just find it difficult to convince myself that my video content is good enough, you know? Which may or may not be a problem. I don't know why it still says I'm playing Skyrim when I clearly changed it to Warframe. Yeah, I clearly changed it to Warframe. There we go. It's really weird. Stream preview. Yeah, there we go. Not sure why it's showing Valis Undermine, though. It's whatever. Exterminate, Disruption. Let's see. I mean, I remember always being called useless whenever I played Loki. But I do think there's some value to not dying ever. Dread. I don't know what I'm going to bring there. I think I can just do temple. Let's just do a tanky temple. Wait, no, temple's a bad idea because of ability overload, right? Yeah, it's whatever. I'm temple. I should be survivable. So I don't want to go super duper ham, so I'm gonna take this off. Sure, I'll drop continuity there. That should be good enough. I guess we'll go bring the dread. I will bring the pox. Pause. Pox. Dextacra, I guess. Constricted. I don't really need to go for all of this. Yeah, we'll do all of these. Because energy exhaustion is going to be a pain in the booty no matter what. Equipment, arsenal. Upgrade. Bulwark. Shiver, that's fine. I guess I'll add a thing to this. Requires max, okay. I don't know why I pressed F5. I'm so used to quick saving in Skyrim and Cyberpunk. What have you guys done to me? Oh no. Oh, there's so little energy too. Oh my gosh. I guess Ripper's Whale. Ow. Oh, I don't have any armor. That's stupid of me. Whatever. Why are you taking forever to go down? Go down. I did not build this very well. Okay. At least I have infinite ammunition. Semi-infinite. Just take it nice and slow. Oh. Unless I have to regen. Man, this plus like the minus energy stuff is gonna be rough. Like the slime for her temple. I've never noticed. Oh my gosh. That's so cute. Pretty sure Temple... I'm pretty sure Temple doesn't care. But there we go. Just needed to reload. So many slowing effects too. I think like the thing that the learned from this is people don't like having lots of negative status effects on their frames that, you know, they want to play. They want to be able just to play whatever they want. And goofy status effects and challenges on the enemy side is really cool, but like making it so it's impossible to play the game is less fun. It's more of a practice in like patience than fun. I'm pressing the wrong abilities. Where is this guy? Why are you, you're sick, you're AFK. I'm not picking you up. Like, you're 600 meters away. I'm not walking that distance. I'm not jumping that distance. That's a window. I'm a bird. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why people do this. This is dumb. Like, now we're just stuck here waiting. And like, they didn't even find anything useful. Don't worry about me, I'm doing what I can to survive in this wonderful world. Lots of difficulties everywhere. Lots of problems everywhere. Yeah, I forgot to put on some armor for Bulwark to boost my damage. I should make a proper temple build at some point. Nope, lag spike. Not sure why I'm running at 30 FPS with medium graphics on a brand new computer. Not be an issue. Oh, I am not doing any damage to this thing. Oh, we have to defend 2 of these? Yeah, the other guy's clearly doing more damage than I am. Yeah, I feel like he's just gonna eventually die because he's clearly taking the piss by AFKing constantly. He's just resurrecting himself too. So he's intentionally doing being disruptive. In that case, we're not gonna feed into that. That's as simple as it gets. I'm not doing reasonable damage. I'm not doing nothing. President Omni's doing damage, but he's just not participating. Oh, there he is. Just trying to get out all the energy I can. Yeah, I have 0 energy at this point. I also think I should probably use fire instead of blast. It's okay. It's whatever. I'm just moving really slowly. I'm not being super duper helpful. I'm being helpful enough, I think. The issue of temples is I have to be so actively trying to recharge my 4, which requires me to, you know, focus on the metronome because we don't have that much energy to work with. But the arcane that I have running is really nice though. I'm pretty sure I can make a pretty sick temple build though. I think I want to focus on heat. Or I could focus on primary debilitate, which will give me multiple damage instances, which would be really cool. But this weapon's a beam weapon, right? So we'll see. I need a Ripper's Wail more. But I'm not, like, accomplishing very much. Oh, you started printing it? It should take about an hour and 30 minutes. Gonna eat lunch now? Okay. Thanks for hopping by. Do post your results, though. I am interested in that. If you're willing to share, that's for sure. Um, I think gas would be a great damage type for debilitate. Because what is a DOT plus a DOT plus a DOT? That sounds pretty sick. I mean, I'm just gonna casually kill things while this is going on. I mean, I'm still doing good damage, I'm just not making any of the enemies in time. I don't know what you guys want from me. Okay. I don't need to worry because I trust my team will do everything for me. We need to split up a little bit. Okay, let's head out. Do. Yeah, I'll probably be starting the, you know, the grind in, you know, starting a brand new Warframe run either this week or next week, and I'll be doing the recordings for it, saving the VODs, all the good stuff. Let me guess, it's Omni again. What is he even running? He's running a Revenant, that's why he's taking forever to die. Is he just killing things? Because that's really annoying if he is. Or he's just AFK. It's just AFK. You got an Archon shard out of it. That's good. Oh, let's waste everyone's time by being useless. A little hard to be positive about that kind of stuff. Oh, a little bit of lag spike again. Alright, we should probably go all the way over here first. Before I start being silly. Oh, and we have to do like a 4-person, whatever this mission type is called, with only 3 people. Oh god, I'm almost dead. Now Ripper's Will. See, this is what I mean, like, I don't care if you, like, are bad or anything, and as long as you're trying to contribute, right, as long as you don't get in the way. This guy's, like, actively being a nuisance by not participating. Uh-oh. Spaghettios. Thank you, Worm. Okay. So my only hope is that he just keeps dying and then we stall long enough that he doesn't get any rewards. But that's so unlikely to happen as a Revenant. He probably feels really smart right now because like he's gonna be allowed to AFK and whatnot. He's probably giggling his stupid ass off. Oh, now he's here. Do we have 2 Revenants? Hello there everyone. I just had a little bit of a technical hiccup. I am back. My computer restarted. I was able to successfully rejoin this mission. You might not be able to hear the game right this moment, and that's okay. I will be, fixing all of that in a moment. I also have a text that I need to get back to after this, so we'll just take a little bit of an intermission, alright? I'm just glad that I was able to, reconnect and everything. But yeah. Anyways, we'll finish this up. We'll take a little bit of a break. I'll reset up everything, recalibrate everything, and then we'll be back. Okay. Anyways, I will be back momentarily. You actually might be able to hear Warframe, which is interesting. Oh, That never used to be the case. Still not sure why I'm falling through the platform, but reconnecting. Reset. I'm going to reset everything, or not reset. Relaunch everything. I will be back momentarily. Test, test. Okay, I think. Hello, hello. Oh, there we go. It seems like that, everything should be back in order. I'm gonna check some of my texts and then, we will be back momentarily. Okie dokie. So, both streams are back up. Everything should be connected. I'm going to, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I still got 2 things to do. So how about we knock those out and then let's keep going, shall we? My dog's gotta stop scratching at some point. It's not like I think she's a little bit anxious. She's always spending time waiting around for me and whatnot. She's also not very obedient at the moment, so I need to work on that as well. Let's see. So we're just gonna take it nice and easy, nice and lazily for this.
Are we heading out then? IMO solo. Perfect.
Hopefully you guys can still hear the game. If not, then let me know and I'll have to restart everything. No! No! No, I did it again! I don't want to do this with people. I don't ever want to do this with people, no. Get out of here. Get me out of here. Get me out.
With your courage and our expertise, we hold the line. Your fish needs you.
The only game modes that I think are acceptable to other people are like ETA and EDA, simply just to lighten the load. But like in overall, almost all other game modes are complicated by there being multiple people. And I think that's a bad thing overall. It's fine if it's like something manageable, like in Monster Hunter with HP bars. But if it requires something like excavation requiring like 17 extra excavations for completion, or for like, you know, things that are out of my control. For instance, alchemy requiring like 8 times the amount of ampules, or this mission which makes it like 4 times the amount of kills required, but not anywhere near the amount of spawns to make up for it. Like that kind of stuff that makes me not want to jive with that, you know. Yeah, but for the most part, I'm gonna keep playing Warframe. I'm probably going to start my season 3 of starting from 0. And keep it easy. I didn't mean to come here. It's unnecessary for me to do that. You could say that I'm being stubborn, but it should be just down this hallway, I think. So here's the 50-50. It's almost always a 50-50 at this point. So either this leads to the end or leads to the thing, the who's it, and I'm gonna have to search for it anyways. So that's empty. It has to be a 2-door. So yeah, there it is. There it is. See, found it. Not having to do any more hacks than I need to.
That's the metro cell. Open it. Security's freaking out. The metro cell doors won't open until you clear out the uglies around the entrance.
So right now, I believe it takes me around 200 kills. What? Bronco Prime? Sure. Why not? We'll use the Bronco. Love me the Bronco. I could have a very Bronco-centric build, and I think I can drive some people insane. Just like, because it's not a bad gun. It's just it has very little ammo, especially with the Incarnate. The Incarnate makes it so much better. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep everything alive for now. I need more energy really bad. Haven't picked up any energy. Oh, I think it was like I have energy drain if things are too close to me too. There we go. See, it's not the greatest against like every enemy out there. Yeah, it's definitely energy drain. It's really nice against groups of enemies, for sure. I I really feel like the wanted Necromex to be something greater. It's just that it was so badly received because they don't. It was still during a time where they didn't listen to the community as much. I think like making some of the chase mandatory mods like chase items was a really bad idea. Let's just do this really quick so I don't die. Okay. Yeah, this is so much faster than dealing with randos that don't know what to do. I'm not saying that I'm the best player out there, you know. But I'm saying that I don't want to waste my or your time any more than I need to. I do enjoy sticking around with you guys though. Having some fun, learning some things, building some things. Lots of people have been playing Warframe lately, though. I think it's largely due to the influence of mouse, though, and the tuber that was her initial guide to the game. So that's the main reason why I want to do a season 3, is because I think I figured out the tone that I want to take with a brand new playthrough. I think the last time I was a little bit too pessimistic and too negative. And I won't be doing all of my recordings on stream, but I will be doing a more edited down video going forward. I'll also be doing Steel Soul for Silksong, and that's probably going to be a different challenge all by itself. Anyways, let me quickly check how long I've been streaming for, including the amount of deader. I'm at 2 hours. Yep, easy. I don't know. I've been getting a lot more tired lately, but I think that's just, you know, the signs of aging kind of situation. I think a large part of it is that I don't do as much exercise as I used to. So I should probably start that up again. Melee duplicate, so basically a wasted roll. That's okay. Melee duplicate is interesting. I think it's too restrictive for how strong they wanted it to be. It only is useful when you're like fighting single targets, essentially, or your weapon already hits hard enough and you don't care, and the weapon does really bad element because you're competing with melee influence, and that's not something you want to be competing with, I don't think. Oh, okay. All yawny, all tired. Last week we went through a site. Oh, I forgot to. Hang on, I need to go back. I need to buy from Bird 3. It was nice that I got to skip most of the alchemy though, because what ended up happening was because I disconnected. Oh, I'm missing 5,000 because I disconnected. The next alchemy target spawned as a 3 stack, so it required 6 times instead of 8 times the resources.
The Cavia are wary of our visitor. The debris of monstrousness.
Which is kind of funny,
This ought to keep the group cohesive.
all things considered.
We truly have accumulated a bewildering quantity of
Yeah, it's okay. I don't need to trade up, I don't think. Small. They flopped so hard with how they implemented these guys, the Cavia. I think making sure that there are plenty of things for, like, I think Angel's Zarman is still the most healthy thing for syndicates. Either make them passive or make them you know, otherwise. Okay. Syndicate supremacy. Okay. I don't know how one would get some of these. I mean, I'm not very good at French, but at very least, the Wisp lady Marie likes me, and that's good. Let's grab my reward here. Boss 4. Skeldra with abilities. I'm not doing this in stream, I think. I'm just gonna take it nice and easy.
Coward. That is what they called me, isn't it? I've read the history books scattered about this dusty hall.
I'm not gonna bother with this. Okay, Leon's being nice. What? Uh-oh. What's happening? Okay. Aww. I have no... There we go. I must tell Leon Bragg, blah 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 blah. Well, I don't know what happening. I'm skipping most of the dialogue, but anyways, so Marie is really confusing because, like, here she says no here, and then she's confessing here, which is interesting. I normally don't do romances in video games as a principle, but it's more of a meme at this point for Marie, because, like, it's non-wisp, right? I want to pad the statistics a little bit. I wonder what the statistics are between all of the dateable characters. But yeah, I digress. Spy Excavation Showdown. I feel like I do this every week. It's either excavation, defense, or interception. I remember there used to be what was it called? I remember there used to be, survival, but I haven't seen a survival in a long time for, Archon hunts. I could just be remembering wrong. Maybe there was an ever survival. And I'm just jaded at this point. I'm glad that defenses aren't as long as they used to be, though. It used to be 20 minutes of me just being cranky. Now it's closer to 7 minutes of me being cranky. But then again, I can keep myself fairly distracted. I need to find I need to find a way for me to post to all my social media in one go. Maybe write my own bot for it if I don't trust anyone. Because I don't really want to sign one account into everything, you know? This is normally a Galleon spy, which is really weird that it's here. I'm surprised that people... Okay, I like spy missions. Okay, let me get that out of the way. I really like spy missions. I wish there were more spy missions. I wish there was an infinite spy mission. In fact, I want there to be a skill-based a set of spy missions that you would see like maybe 20 different variations of. And have that be in survival, you know? So, the whole point of survival is that, like, you're keeping life support going while someone does their spy thing, right? That's a canon way that most spies work. Why can't I just be doing spy things while that's happening? Both sides trying to manage the heat that they're generating. One side not killing anything, the other side not killing, or killing some stuff. I think it could be really fun. I think we could have a lot of really interesting rewards from that. It wouldn't be something like this, where, you know, it's... What the heck? It's not gonna be something like this where you can easily just cheese everything, I don't think. But I think it would, like, add to the game so much to the gameplay experience. Like, imagine a survival, except the map is split into two, right? Where one player is just constantly trying to gun forward as much as possible to, like, break all the vaults, while the other people are trying to distract. And I think that would be so cool. I think that'd be so much fun. Guess we do necros. Excavations are always less than ideal for me. I don't want the Basmio. Let's do this. Let's do... I think the Tysus could be fun. We're not using this at all, so we're just going to put Bulwark here. And I don't know what secondary effect I want. I want a buff. I want a buff. Just give me a moment. I guess we could do flare. It's not amazing, but it's a buff nonetheless. Do I want Madurai? I feel like it doesn't really matter too much. I think I'm going to swap to Pyrio just to give me some base armor. So the reason why I'm bringing Necros from Excavation, it should be very clear, but for players that don't know, Excavation requires that I kill specific enemies to drop battery packs, and using those battery packs to power drills that spawn around the map. I have to defend these drills until they complete. To maximize the reward, I need to complete 5 of these drills, or fail a bunch of them, because you still get partial rewards for failures. Oh shoot, wrong. And the thing that Necros does is he has a 51% chance, I think, or 49, one of the two. Well, I can double check. And it's non-moddable, but there we go. It's a 42% chance to drop extra loot from every body. However, Warframe is weird, so every dismembered part of their body counts as a body for the purposes of loot. So if I manage to, for however some reason, chop some guy up into like 10 different pieces, that counts as 10 kills for the sake of loot. Which is really, really nice.
Project is consuming huge amounts of cryotic. Extract it before an armor can.
Oh my gosh, I do so little damage to start off with. I need to scale up.
And so, there is no place for you in the eternal fields of Tau.
What's with the smoke? I don't remember there being so much smoke in this world. I'm gonna turn this off for now. Oh, am I disintegrating them? That might be bad. Okay, if I'm disintegrating them, I don't want that. It's unfortunate, but that works very poorly for me. So it's now working, which is nice. Might not have to use the Kuva or the Tysis, the Coda Tysis, to deal my damage, because I want to be able to get the loot. I should be using something else, probably something slash related. But as you can see, this is the main problem with this game mode, is that the batteries are really, really uncommon for how necessary they are. And Necros gives me a 54% chance, scaling upward, depending on the number of body parts, on how many of these you know, I just need to do damage at this point. There we go. Okay, so I can still harvest from disintegrated enemies, which is nice. It's not consistent, but it's nice. Regardless. Unfortunately, excavation drills don't, or excavators don't scale their HP very well. You can see that this one has like, what, 8,000 HP total? Maybe 10,000 HP total? I do think that D should probably go back and revisit some of the less usable arcanes. I don't think they need to be super powerful, but I think they do need to be at least somewhat usable. That's just me. I'm so glad that Sevagoth essentially got a revamp because of his augments. Because he's a very cool frame. It's just that it's really he originally was only used for his gloom. I think one thing that would welcome back, and I think one thing that would definitely boost Sevagoth's usability is making sure that players are able to constantly recast his abilities, because right now, if you cast Sevagoth's abilities, or his main one, you have to wait, and you either have to make sure you kill everyone that's affected, or you have to wait for the duration to time out, which is really lame. But anyways, how's the print coming along? Oh, I also need... I think I just need to, like... buy a... like, a digital art book or something. Something to teach me... give me exercises and teach me how to draw. Like, yeah, there are a bunch of YouTube videos out there, but they're just not super structured. And I think some, like, foundational material would be really nice for me. Oh, look at all the power cells. Necros, you spoil me. I could also play Korra. Korra is also a really good frame for this. Yeah, oh, like, was there like some kind of layer misalignment or something? I'm not very good with 3D printers. I've never used one. So, I only know what I've seen from the interwebs, the internet, YouTube. There we go. Brain wasn't working there.
Bones of my father, fathom dry. Behold me. Flame devoured. Behold me. Limbs of my children.
Raindrops falling from heaven could never wipe away my misery. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, everything about life has a little bit of imperfections, right? And I think that's what makes a lot of life like as I grow older, like it's the imperfections that make life a lot more livable, you know. I don't know if anyone understands what I mean by that. It's not like the stuff that's gone perfectly that like brings me joy. It's like the stuff that like, sure, some things are irksome when they don't go right, but some things like I'm proud that I produced in spite of its flaws. I don't know, maybe I'm just getting old. Maybe I'm just romanticizing things, but you know. Yeah, ever since I started exercising, and I have been seeing more of my focus return, which is really good. Really good. And it's not like I do a lot of it a day. I do like fairly rigorous exercise like for half an hour. And then I at the beginning of the day, and then don't do any for the rest of the day until like maybe the evening before dinner. And then I just do another half hour set of rigorous exercise, and it feels pretty fulfilling. Did I fail a excavator? It says that I got 16 cryotic from something, but that implies that I failed an excavator at some point. And I don't remember failing an excavator. I must have passed one and not paid attention. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's exciting to use new technology. I used to work a lot with VR back when it was really new. I was doing medical research with it, and that was a fun time in my life. I wish I still had an opportunity like that where I was able just to get an assignment and then be given like, oh, as long as it's complete by like within the next few months, like you're golden. Like I because like immediately after, so my company so I'm not going to go into too much because I have an NDA, but basically I went from a research position to a game dev position at one point, and the culture was so different. The work culture was so different. Like with research, it was really lackadaisic. It was very relaxed. It was very casual, because everyone expected not to know everything, and I was supposed to be like my purpose was to fulfill my role, and it didn't matter how long it took. But then when I went into game dev, right, like all of these sit down and stand up and like all these meetings, all like I feel like I wasted so much of my time on meetings. And like here's the biggest thing that grinds my gears, right? Like those sit down and stand up meetings are great for touching base, but like for someone like me who's a really slow start, I need like 3 days, like not 3 days, half an hour to an hour to calibrate myself to get myself going to start working on my project, right? To get oriented, maybe even 2 hours if it's a particularly hectic program or a piece of software. But then like constantly being interrupted, like every 2 or 3 hours having to do a meeting and getting interrupted, makes me have to recalibrate myself, right? And I feel like if it was end of day meetings, I would be so much for it than start of day meetings. I hate start of day meetings. They make me feel so useless. Okay, that's a hint that the for the next villain, I guess. Right. Okay. Last time we spent the time to take Sight down memory lane to deal with all of these enemies. This time around, I'm just gonna bring good reliable here. Get me my Archon shard. I believe last time Amar was around, we got a Tau Forge. That's why we're down to 20. My dog is wanting to
Be on guard, Tenno.
touch grass, so to speak.
This prey. This
I have to use the term touch grass because she recognizes when
sentient beast screwing over
I use OUT or WALK now. I'm gonna have to find myself speaking in different languages in the future, just so that she doesn't understand. There we go, all charged up. Actually, I could boost my FN more damage by quite a bit.
He will close the distance shockingly fast when he creates duplicates. Look for the one that is armed.
I got really lucky there. I think I got a double dip. So, for people who don't know what happened, there's a couple of things. So the weapon that I'm using is the Fenmore, right? It has a 50% chance on a non-critical hit to do 2000% damage. I don't know if this is additive or multiplicative, but it largely doesn't matter because of how large the damage number is.
Open this gate, even if
But with Zata's Whisper, which is my 4th ability, it is it gives my weapon void damage and the ability to create a magnet bubble with because of a void proc, right? Now with void procs, they do something funny. I don't know the exact programming behind it, but essentially it gives me an additional damage instance based off of the bullet that hits the enemy, right? So if I hit an enemy with a bullet that does 2000 damage, right? And then it re-rolls that like it applies the first instance, the original bullet, and then it provides a second instance where it re-rolls the original damage instance, or re-rolls the current damage that it's receiving as an additional damage instance. I'm using too many words. Simplify. One bullet. If does 2000% damage, right? Instead of doing 1 damage, it does 2000 damage. However, with Zata's Whisper, not only does it do 2000 damage, but that 2000 can also be multiplied by 2000. It's not 2000 either. Either way, so it becomes like 4 million% damage or something crazy like that. Anyways, it's wild. That might not be super duper accurate to the math and whatnot, but like it's enough to instantly kill most things, especially if I get lucky and get it before attenuation kicks in. This is why this has been my good reliable set ever since Angels. It's because it's very, very good at what it does. And it doesn't cause me... like it's very, very low effort. And it's very, very easy to acquire for a lot of people. Revenant is probably one of the most farmed frames in the game. And used frames, for that matter.
on Tau, the wolf roamed without prey. He was created in the image of ancient records.
But, yeah.
A naive tribute
Oh,
to
no.
ecosystems long extinct. Those savage jobs
Speaking of, I think for the game dev stuff, I'm gonna just do some bootcamp style videos first before I get into that, because I think I just need to sit down and reprioritize my workflow. Because right now, the biggest issue with me being a programmer is I like doing experimental things. I don't like doing things like what is expected of me from so where are you? Hang on, I need to find him. It's this one.
Amar thought himself 100.
Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, my biggest issue when I'm programming is that I'm very experimental. I don't like doing things that have a known solution in the normal way. I will do what I think is interesting, not what I think is right, which I think is my biggest issue when it comes to professional programming. Ow, there's a lump on my knuckle. It doesn't itch, it just hurts. Well, it doesn't even hurt. It feels like a... Is something wrong with my bone? Uh-oh. No, it's definitely a lump, because it's not part of my bone. It's just sitting directly on my knuckle, so it's really hard to tell. But pressing on it shouldn't hurt. Pressing on anything shouldn't hurt. So, I think that's all the dailies, my dudes. We'll do some alerts. Mobile defense, mobile defense. People don't like it when I play Revenant for too long. So I'm gonna move on to another frame. I played a lot of Valkyr on stream. Let's do Jade. Jade always gets people all riled up somehow, somewhere. Jade is a very fascinating frame. Her visual design and lore aspects aside, I made her look like a Eldritch Abomination, but that's besides the point. She's a very good frame. She just is in a bit of a sticky situation because of how she's designed. I think overall there isn't anything wrong with it. It's just that people just are weirded out by her design, certain design aspects. And I think that's perfectly reasonable. If something makes people uncomfortable, then they shouldn't be forced to consume it. Especially in a game as large as Warframe. Yeah, so Jade can have up to 3 auras. So 2 from the aura slots and 1 from her passive, or from her active. I believe, uh-oh. Dang. Jade. He's squishy. That was my fault. There's no reason for Jade to have gone down there. Most things don't survive long enough for me to use, you know, the judgment thing on. It could be kind of cool to give her smite. Just to make her, like, a, actually just you know, lay down judgments, things like that. I'm gonna just take this manually. The problem with her equipment though is that she only does radial damage, which makes it so it's not possible to she doesn't benefit at all from galvanized mods, which is a little bit of a shame. I think I need defenses right now, more than anything. She's not weak by any means, she's just not, like, the strongest thing. Like, you've seen me use Titania before, for instance. But yeah, she can provide so much benefit at this point. We'll do this. So I just want to be as unkillable as possible right now, because I'm not doing enough damage to these things at all. Even though I should, yeah, I should be. I'm just having a lot of difficulty. Probably because everything's super heavily armored. And I don't have any way to armor strip proficiently. I can get rid of 50% of their armor. Yeah, but like with Noko's shrooms, I don't want to talk about that. With Noko's shrooms, I should be more than survivable. I say as I go down immediately after. I do think that she needs a little bit of help still, because her damage isn't, like, you can see her damage against Torment is great, but like you can see against this Leech Eczema, I'm having a lot of difficulty. I might want to swap my setup to be more secondary irradiate instead of whatever I'm doing now. But I think these Eczema heavy missions are really fun.
But we did it. Mission complete.
I got lambasted by a bunch of weird folks on Twitter the other day. Yeah, it's kind of whatever. It's just like I keep seeing people posting like, "Oh, why are people such annoying people? Why are people so bad?" And it's just because you're giving them the reaction that they're looking for. They want to annoy you. The common thing that I see people say is that being kind is free. That's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. Kindness costs nothing. That is not the case. You go through the effort of treating someone with compassion or kindness or anything of the sort, and then they betray that, that costs you something. That is adding to your exhaustion. That's adding to your stress. That's adding to your continued difficulty, right? And the thing is, if you don't feel like you're being appreciated, if you don't feel like your efforts are being validated, and mind you, right? Friendships and connections are two-way street. They're always going to be work, right? Even my relationship with you guys in chat, it's always going to be work, right? I'm doing my best to communicate with as many of you as possible, right? I give you all as much room as reasonable, but it's also my chat, right? My community, and I have to like enforce certain rules from time to time. But like that's the thing. That's just how that relationship is, right? I don't want to just dictate to people, as a lot of people on the internet seem to want to do. But I also want to be able to have a proper conversation. I feel that I know that a lot of people will get really caught up in how they feel about certain things. I went to see Roth about something else, so be right back. Anyways, kindness costs. It has a cost. And telling yourself that your kindness has zero cost is the same thing as you're saying that your kindness has no value. And I think you're like, if your kindness isn't being appreciated, then you either are communicating, trying to show kindness in a way that someone isn't responsive to, or it's being taken for granted. And you really gotta take a look at it. Is it just, for instance, if you give someone who likes Lego cars, flowers, and they're gonna say, "Oh, thank you," they're gonna appreciate the effort, but then they don't care about it afterwards, right? It's probably because it's not in their wheelhouse. Maybe there's someone who likes food more. Definitely they like Lego more. They'll be forever like thinking about the thing that you got that they actually care about, Concentration. I want concentration. I want circumvent. I almost have expertise. I have overcharge. I have Mafika. Debilitate. It's either debilitate or... Okay, how much do I need? First and foremost, because I can max out at least one of these. So, let's see. Debilitate. There we go. Perfect speller, as usual. I need 15. Sure, we'll do secondary debilitate because I want to try it on this character here. Not debilitate, I meant irradiate. Gosh darn it, I'm dumb. There we go. Sorry, you guys had to see my bad spelling. 18. I need 18 of these.
Albrecht always adored pretending that he was above the rest of us, Orokin, and our wanton dissipation.
I can only get 15.
Living a double life.
We'll try it out.
For the glory. Finally.
Okay, glory. Okay, so for irradiate, we can get up to this. So it's going to be competing with heat, right? It's going to be competing with heat quite a bit. So we want to pump up the damage as much as humanly possible, and pump up the chance as much as possible. They want base damage as well, because does fulmination matter? I don't think so. So we want damage. Hornet Strike, there you are. Hi, Hornet Strike. Welcome home. That's a lot of damage. And then we want fire rate. So we want anemic. We want gunslinger. We want lethal torrent. We do want multi-shot. What do we drop? We drop that. We want multi-shot, galvanized diffusion. There we go. So theoretically, this should be really good, because I'm hitting a lot. And it's also going to keep me alive a lot longer. I'm on top of the world. He doesn't hear all I want to do. There's so many things that I want to do, right? And I gotta be more selfish with my time, or proper with my time, because like this, I gotta specifically figure out what projects I want to work on, I think. I think this is working for the most part. Except for this, whatever that is. There we go. It was... I couldn't damage the nullifier bubble because of the shield. And I couldn't damage the shield because of the nullifier bubble. That was fun. Okay. It feels like this is working a lot better. Let's boost my damage even further. It's always because these guys exist. Uh-oh. There we go. Back to basics. Please. Thank you. Stop knocking me around. It's not... I don't know. I don't think this is a very good, like, estimate of all of these things, but... Or my, build. Considering it's all Exmite all the time, which have particular difficulties. But, how'd you get there? I feel like I was watching that like a hawk. Yeah, I do think missing my armor strip is a little bit painful. Still. And it's exacerbated by the fact that I'm no longer doing heat. But when I'm dealing with groups of enemies, I'm dealing with them way faster. But you can see that this this particularly tanky Eximus is not, they don't want to go down.
Terminal hacked. Keep moving.
I might want to swap to Nautilus. I need to finish my Nautilus Prime. But that would decrease my fire rate. I maybe want a MOA. Have little ground troops for everything. Maybe instead of mushrooms, I bring smite. But that means I have to build more efficiency. But that also makes it so I don't have to worry about super tanky enemies ever again. Thank you, worm. Okay, let's do this. I'm just concentrating a little bit. It might not look like I'm accomplishing much, but I'm trying to distract as much of the enemies as possible, because that's what radiation does. I do wish radiation had a damage multiplier associated with it that wasn't for bosses only. But it does. I can play some Oberon next. Oberon's fun. He's a little bit janky, but that's what makes him fun, I think. He's very, very strong now. Very hard to kill. Nice.
The odds were against us, Tenno, but we did it. Mission complete.
You are a blade. You exist to strike. You strike to win. The lesson ends.
Let's see. Where's my chat? There's my chat. Okay. Let's try out Oberon. I think I have a build set up for him, right? Yeah, here he is. It's not even all that special of a build either. I have Roar and all of that set up on him. He'd be a lot stronger if I had some viral priming. I mean, I could have a pet do viral priming. I think I already do have a pet doing viral priming. Anyways. Because that, like, just doubling my damage is fine. Yeah, so Oberon's very strong. He might need a little bit of help here and there, but overall, very strong. He doesn't need too much extra help. Though I would like some energy. There we go. Okay, so... Oh, right, these are corrupted enemies. So Oberon's actually fairly weak against corrupted enemies, which is okay. not everything's gonna have to work out for him. So the issue of corrupted enemies is that they have a resistance to Oberon's abilities. As you can see, I'm still able to one-shot them, for the most part. It's interesting that a paladin-focused frame is so, how you say, uses such a manipulative archetype, because, like, let's be honest, if you are a paladin, you probably don't want to make everyone fight each other, unless you're talking about, like, real-life paladins, in which case theological debates will happen no matter what you do. I think it could be cool to set up a what was it? I forgot what the ability is called. I think I need some kind of damage amp for sure on him. I think Araxia's Web could be cool. Revenant's 3 would also be cool though. But overall, very little to complain about here. Oh boy, I got into an argument with someone saying that Oberon wasn't all that good after the rework. Probably, like, and I thought he originally was rage baiting, but he was very, very adamant about, like, how bad his damage numbers are. And that he wouldn't be able to one-shot anything in Steel Path. I'm doing not the amazing, but I'm fighting against, like, his arch nemesis being the Corrupted. The only faction in the game that, you know, okay, I need to deal with you. The only faction that he struggles with. Yeah, if my pet had viral, it'd probably make this so much easier. I don't think Roar does anything, so I might want to swap that with something else. Because Roar isn't amplifying my percent damage, but Viral will. So, we'll see. I tried doing this with Sight the other day. Sight struggles a lot with defense point missions, mostly because, like, if things are coming at you from all over and you're soloing, it's kind of hard to, you know, justify standing away from your defense target. Where is he? He's all the way over there. I'm not gonna bother until he shows himself. Okay, so I can't one-shot him. That's fine. Oh, well, my pet one-shot him for me. I was doing some deep thought, like some thought experiments about how to reward teamwork without taking away player agency. Because I do like to play Helldivers from time to time, but everything that requires teamwork or like is improved by teamwork is like people won't use them. You know, they it's just not built into people's blood. Because a lot of the time you are going to be caught in a situation, and if you're reliant on someone else, then it feels really bad, right? There are games where that is necessary, like for instance if you're raiding in WoW or things like that. Oh, how long have I been streaming for? 3.5 hours. I guess I could do the base or Descendia. Sure, I'll just do it with Oberon, see how bad that goes. Some more Mafika. Arcane Rage, Arcane Strike, Arcane Tempo. The original Eidolon Arcanes need so much help.
Yes, come. Kick my corpse. Mock the memories of my violent past. I suppose it is better than living this in the waking world.
Lost in pastures. I fear we have strayed into Ruth's adolescence.
I think there were people out there trying to make... So, there are two parts to Oberon's damage for Smite. One is based off of current health. Both of them are based on current health. Let me be clear. Both of them are based on current health, and this isn't as fast as I'd like it to be. But anyways, don't worry about it. Both of them are based on current health. One caps at 75, and the other one, which is a single target damage, and the other one doesn't have a cap, I don't think. Which is AoE, but like at 250 energy brings it to 25%. So 25 plus 75 equals 100%, right? Which is fine for most applications, but like it would be nice to get that 25% section, which can go up to 100%. I don't think there's a cap on it. And if there's no cap on it, then yeah, people have been struggling to get it to 100%. So if at 250, so it means basically roughly 1,000 will get it to 100% in AoE damage, right? And if it's 100% in AoE damage, then those guys just have some kind of mad DR. Oh, I'm looking for one more tumor. Just don't see it. Where? There you go. See, like, it's easy, like, million damage there. No trying whatsoever. But, so if it's either 1,000 damage, or you prime with viral, because that will multiply the damage. So 1 stack of viral will double the damage. 10 stacks of viral will get it to 300. So 425% of the damage, right? So it's like One stack of viral will bring the damage you do to 200%. What? Oh, shoot. Why are these guys not killable? I'm confused. Why can't I kill these guys? Is it because I'm too close to them? That doesn't make sense because I was playing Valkyrie earlier. Or are they like some kind of weird reflection? That's what's happening? It's some kind of weird glass enemy that's driving me insane somehow. I got more aid now. They're so weird. So weird. They made these excavators so tanky. They have like 30,000 HP. Yeah, they drop reasonable rewards. As shown here. I got some, oopsie. Press P. Not. Whatever, screw you too, game. Anyways, we're just hanging out. Sometimes I see that my smite isn't doing the damage it should at base because it should be a significant portion of their HP. Maybe I just don't have the right setup. Maybe they got tankier. I don't know. Sometimes it just instantly gives something. Like that. Sometimes it doesn't. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because I have to aim center mass? No. Interesting. Do these guys resist? Heavily resist? If they heavily resist radiation, then whoopsie daisy, Yeah, but for the most part, this is going to be fairly easy, fairly straightforward. Okay, let's try these guys. Yeah, those guys still go down in one shot. Those guys have... I guess this is a good way to test how much DR an enemy has, too. Why didn't you go down? Oh, is it because my roar's down? So something's incomplete with my setup. Because that should be instantly killing them on average. Yeah, it's instantly killing. But I need roar up, so... Yeah, something's wrong with my setup. They might have to be, well, okay. Now that I think about it, Descendia, I also spoke about this earlier, Descendia does have some massive DR in their hits, so I shouldn't be surprised if I'm not doing max damage. But I need some way to apply viral, some way to get roar, which, I can just use to get roar.
The refractory is trying to purge Marie from the system. This venture is over.
Okay, so it seems like Rogue is fairly amicable now with everyone else. Yeah, because one of the biggest things is people want to be able to one-shot whole groups of enemies. And it's not super doable conveniently with Oberon. Single target, like enemy spot removal, Oberon's probably the best thing. Better than slice bread. As you can see. I don't even have Archon shards in this guy. So I can, what I can do is I can put a bunch of Archon shards to make him do more damage to things affected by radiation.
Like fleeting thoughts that escape one's grasp, these devices seek to elude us.
I think that would be sufficient. Where's the Astral Globe? There it is. It's going around in circles. Yeah, they have some insane DR. Though it largely doesn't matter. Stop slowing me down, please. Making my jump height non-existent. Yeah, these guys definitely have some kind of damage resistance. And that's okay. We'll deal with it. Oh my god, these Arctic eggs are driving me crazy. I need to just finish this. I need to stop focusing on doing damage. I need to start trying to finish the objective. And I think that's what a lot of players in Warframe struggle with. Is people not finishing the objective. Yeah, so they have a really big chunk of DR, Jesus. So, that guy was supposed to take 100% of his HP, but instead he only took 25. So they have 75% damage resistance or something close to that. Anyways, I'm just rambling. We're just here to hang out, have some fun.
Bonjour, bonjour. Peace. What little... And there is my wolf. At last. Come, let me tend to you.
Let's see. Roll and restore shields, regenerate. Sure, we'll do regeneration.
Be strong, mon cœur. I am with you. Soul be in your heart.
So why is this there a fanatical I don't want to say fanatical, but like why is there so much fanaticism regarding what is it? Like IKEA sharks is what I interpret this as. I could be completely incorrect in that assessment, but that's what it feels like. I know like Rin had like a whole campaign of it at some point. I don't know. I don't remember the VTuber's full name. I just used to see her a lot on shorts because she was spamming them for a very long time. Is that it? That's it. Okay, so for some reason the first like 7 floors are filled with really high DR enemies. And it doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but you know, if it works, it works.
See that you do the same if you wish to survive.
On the road again. See some places on the road again. I don't know how the lyrics go, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Some people like have a religious hatred for like anything related to country music. But the funniest thing is, country music is just like Americana, right? Because like country music doesn't exist in any other country. At least not the way that we see it, you know. It's really just Canada and America that produces that style of country. Because like if you're talking about like such types of music in places like Japan, right? You're gonna be talking about enka, right? If you're talking about like, and that's not even like the only kind of traditional music. If you're talking about India, it's gonna be like the Bollywood style, not Bollywood, but you know the traditional, like, I don't know how do you describe it, but the music is very specifically Indian. Bad luck. Okay, some loot. Okay, some loot. Good. Bad luck. Bad luck. Okay. Go now. What is this percentage? Primary bulwark. Okay. Nice. We're halfway done.
Is that? Scatters forth. I must look away. I do not do well with spiders.
There we go. He disappears somewhere. We're just gonna stick on a wall. Because this is just a waiting game. You ready, Orexia? Thank you. She has a lot of attenuation. Well, that's okay. We took her out. And that's all that matters. We should be seeing Leon soon, I think. Seek and destroy.
If you
Got
feel
targets.
this is too much, we can turn back. Do not put yourself at risk.
Ba, 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 ba.
I do not hold the Drifter's
wish to end this, they are quite free to do so.
Mindless destruction. Perhaps this is a memory of the devil's from when he was a little boy smashing his toys.
I mean, technically, it's possible to bring Marie to meet Kaya. I think that's the only one that they can meet because Kaya hangs out in Laronda. Really? Defend. Let's just put down some sacred ground. Yeah, we're just gonna take it nice and easy. This is low level stuff. And their DR seems to have fallen. So I can just spam to my heart's content. I think they need to take off the casting limits on some abilities. Like, as long as their duration is up, I can't recast it. I think that's silly. And that's just me. Do, do, do.
You are whole. Enter. Rest.
I think his eyes should be closed during this. This is kind of creepy. And we'll do heat resistance.
Yes, onward. We descend.
Scavenge. Yeah, there's only a couple of days left in the Blood of Parida, so if anyone still is thinking about farming it but hasn't done so, there's only 4 days left. It's not really FOMO kind of stuff, but just as a heads up, I honestly think that FOMO is really unhealthy for a game. I think players should be rewarded for being in the right place at the right time, for sure. But I do think that handling FOMO should be a pretty high priority.
Step on the sands of the shores of death. I shall see the continents shining upon the waves and be glad.
Or reducing FOMO. Some games like operate solely on FOMO. Like, let's be honest, that's what gacha games are. They operate primarily on FOMO. That's a big eyeball. Okay, how many more do I have to go down? No, it's this. Okay, this is very simple. I just do this, collect. I can have 3 gardens up at a time. They also improved the foliage. This is like what was it called? Foliage from Soulframe. I can't target the Oni, which is a little annoying. But it's okay. I do think that bosses should be susceptible to Warframe abilities. They should have some kind of resistance to it. Yeah, I need to spend some time revamping some of my, I can instantly kill Gruslings. That's actually epic.
What is that odor? Look, is this your true form?
I like that a lot, actually. Come on. There we go. Oh, we're almost done. That means our time together will probably be up soon.
I believe the meaning of this is quite
And that's okay. We'll see each other on Saturday. We're gonna finish up Skyrim with the war storyline, and then we'll call it for the game. Wow, they have disruption enemies, and they have enemies that can stop abilities is what I mean. And then they have these stupid arbitration drones, which, you know, not the biggest fan of, personally. Been playing a lot of Cyberpunk in my private time though lately. How many arbitration drones are there? Go to Heck Clan. There we go. Yeah, so clearly these enemies still have some form of DR. I'll show you what I mean by like enemies not supposed to have DR in a moment. Before we end all the Astroglobes again. Oh, these guys have a lot of DR. But jeepus. And they're resistant. Okay. It's okay. At least it's consistent DR. It's just unfortunate that I brought a character that doesn't like to deal with DR, or like not DR, yeah, DR doesn't like to deal with DR to this. It's not that big of a deal though. So there's a couple of schools of thought with how I can handle Oberon. Is I could put as much strength as possible, or I can make him really good at radiation with the archive charts. Because when I armor strip them, they have 10 stacks of radiation on them, in addition to everything else. And if they already have 10 stacks of radiation on them, right, before the damage happens. No, it's not before the damage, it's after the damage. Okay, this Rove might be a little bit difficult. It's okay, I can promote it. Because, what, it's 37.5 energy per.
You should be quite glad that you are doing this in a dream
Let's see. Does Rose?
in real life.
Rose no longer keeping count, I think, which is fine. Do, 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 do. Okay, so you can't armor strip him. Good to know. Once again, I don't know what's the point of
Bless this willing sacrifice.
I don't get the point of armor if I'm not allowed to strip it. I guess a color preference. 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. 21 times. Or yeah. There we go. Lupranto. Okay. I think that should do it for today's stream. Sorry about the little blip in the middle. Oh wait, I still have a little bit of time, so I'm just gonna show off like what what I'm talking about. So we'll go to this place. Oh wait, first and foremost, anyone who's playing Warframe probably knows this by now, but no, not premium bundles. Prime Resurgence. We got these limited time Vanguard relics, which, you know, are really nice. I'm gonna get 20 more of each.
May the void bring you what you need.
Because I don't really have a use for Aya
Glory and wisdom of the seven, yada yada yada.
outside of getting cosmetics. I don't really farm Aya, but it's also really just nice to have something like this.
From memory to reality, quick as a bow shot.
Yeah, so this will help people get all of these primes. I'm gonna hold on to the rest of my Aya for the time being, but if you are in need of like something that's just all Warframes all the time, then this is the place to get it. Meaning that there's only 3 gold parts that you really need to worry about. I think you still need to get the blueprints, but what was I doing?
We offer these to aid you.
We'll grab more relics.
This we give to you.
And then we're gonna go over here.
You are a true hunter.
And I'll show you like just how much damage that this stupid character can do. Mind you, right? Like this is just spot removal. It's not amazing, but it feels really good. It feels really good to be able to use. So, okay. Let's do some dedicants. So these are one of the tankiest enemies in the game, right? And this is at their maximum level that I can put for this place, right? No buffs, no nothing. Instant gives one of them. No, if they don't have DR, they instantly die. But let's see. Yeah, I'm roughly doubling my damage here. I'm only armor stripping the one guy, but I can. Hang on, I need to pick this stuff up. Okay. Anyways, but he always essentially always produces energy at this point. And yeah, it's just a good time overall. It's 13 million damage with almost no investment. It's a very good Warframe, very good power set. I don't know what Smite Infusion does anymore, so I'm gonna just double check. Because that might have been changed. Might not have been, but still. Okay. So it says attacks. I don't know if attacks include abilities, but it definitely affects all weapons. I wonder if this affects Noko, because these count as weapons. There's a very short list of what abilities count as weapons, and not a lot of documentation on which ones are which. But anyways, there's so much I can do with Oberon. There's probably a couple of cooler skins that I can use too. I love this skin. This skin looks really good. This skin's alright. Yeah, no, I think Feyark is gonna be hard to compete with. Oh, Yokai. Yokai's pretty nice. You can see that he's a little lanky still. And they fixed some of the lankiness here. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to compete with Feyark. I don't know. Base Oberon and Oberon. Not much of a difference. I think I prefer the original Oberon helmet. Where did I get this from? It's kind of funny looking. Anyways, I'll do fashion frame another time. Anyways, if you all enjoyed sticking around, thank you all for joining me today. Happy New Year. And I hope to grow this channel a bunch this year. So I hope you are wanting to tag along in that journey. If not, that's okay. If so, then please do show me your support by, like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Anyways, thank you all for watching today. And I'm just gonna delay this for like a minute because I want to hit 4 hours, but thank you. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and see you guys all later. Ta-ta for now. I still gotta be here for 40 seconds, so, I'm gonna put some Archon shards in now. You guys can watch this part all you want. So these are the Archon shards I was talking about, I think. Ability damage affected by... So if I have 15 times 5, that is 75, right? No, 65. Let's see. 30, 60... Yes, 75. Okay. 75% extra damage. 75% of 100 is 175. Plus 90% of that is 200 and... hang on. Just whip out the calculator. I'm gonna stop the stream now.